Welcome to Agoracom TV. This is George Cholis, founder of Agoracom, and with me today is Viraf Kapadia, CEO and Chairman of Star Navigation Systems. Viraf, welcome to the show today.
Thank you very much for having me here, George, and let's hope we can get the message out.
All right, so you're a client of Agoracom, got to disclose that, but as always, we don't have clients on unless the news really stands on its own 2 feet. Here's what I want to talk to you about, because it's been on the minds of a lot of investors. Back on April 6th, you put out a very important press release. Specifically, it was a partnership with Astrium, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of EADS. This is a major company here who last year had about 4.8 billion euros in revenue. They got 15,000 employees, and EADS, the parent company, is about 10 times that size on both the revenue and employee side. Now, anytime an agreement like that comes out and of that magnitude, sometimes it's hard for shareholders to really understand its significance. So here's what I want to press you on, if that's okay, because I really want to challenge you. There are two things that came out of this that really caught my attention. First was that Astrium was going to enhance and implement the patented technology. And two, they're going to lead, and I think most shareholders really want to hear about this, they were going to lead the marketing and sales initiative. So let's talk first about enhancement and implementation, then we'll lead on to sales and marketing.
To have a partner like Astrium is like a dream come true for any company. For a small company like Star, a lot more. The reason is very simple. We have the best technology in the world. We probably are the only company in the world to have this patent where we can do real-time monitoring and live flight data analysis. There are people who might claim something, but we know we are the best on the field. Legally and morally, we are pushing this company to the level that it should be implemented around the world. We were looking for quality rather than quantity. We could have gone after small clients and got a few clients. We are looking at trying to get in the best in the world. You pay peanuts, you get monkeys. Right. Our strategy has always been to make sure our product is the best, and it is. I can say that. Otherwise, Astrium wouldn't have come to us. Right. And they did come to us in such a way. Unfortunately, it was the Air France 447 that went down. Previously, it was fuel. Everyone was worried about fuel prices. We are also talking about safety. And to me, if you can save one life, that's good enough.
Right, so let's talk about enhancement and implementation. Well, how are they going to help you enhance, and how are they going to really help you implement?
Okay, resources unlimited with Astrium, one. Number two, they have a great name. Anyone who hears Star Navigation will say, Star who? We managed to get Astrium, and we really had to spend over about 2 months, 3 months to get the contracts worked out. Right. It's been worked out very fairly. Even though they're a big company, I must say, they've been very fair to us. The contract is such I can't disclose a lot of details, and you would probably push me for it, but I'm not going to, because we made a commitment to them that we will work on the basis that we are not trying to put out press releases to get our stock up or something like that. We are going to work with them, show the market what's happening, and very soon, once everything is cleared and we are fully operational with their ground station, which is an absolute enhancement of our ground station and our technology in there, then you will see what Star is.
All right, let me ask you a bit about sales and marketing, because one disadvantage you have as an up-and-coming company is you don't have all the resources in the world. You don't have the resources that can cover every continent in this world, go to every airline. So having Astrium as your partner leading sales and marketing is incredibly important, I have to assume, because of the resources that they bring to bear. What kind of resources are they going to bring to bear? Are we talking about conferences? Are we talking about an agent staff, a team of agents that are now on the ground and will be talking to potential customers? What can you tell us specifically about how they're going to be able to help out on the sales and marketing side?
Without spilling the beans, I'll tell you one thing. A company like that, which has possibly most of the airlines on their books as customers and clients, is going to push our product. Absolutely, it's a joint product. I shouldn't be saying our product, it will be a joint product. And this product is going to be displayed at air shows. This product is going to be advertised through them, and there is a complete plan being worked on. I can't give you more details, George, because I've given them my word that we will work on the basis that facts come out and then the advertisement comes out.
All right. So being a client, you're, the viewers are going to assume I'm horribly conflicted, and I say that because you're a client and you can't assume I'm not conflicted. But I have to assume that the sales and marketing part had to be the biggest part of this agreement for you, because really at the end of the day, you can have the greatest technology, but if you don't have the team of people out there, then it's very hard to actually get commercial acceptance, and that's when companies actually suffer. because they can't execute. So I'm going to push you, and I know there's not a lot you can say, but I do read what the shareholders have to say, and I want to try and get some morsels. And obviously, I don't want you to break any rules, but what kind of timelines have you guys set internally? Are these? You have a 12-month plan, a 48-month plan, an immediate plan? What kind of outlook? What kind of internal dates have you guys set for really moving this initiative forward?
I can tell you one thing, the initiative is already moving forward. Nothing is being advertised, nothing is being put out on press release for the simple reason we're waiting to get a showing at the various air shows. Already marketing plans are being put forward by them and us, and yes, as you said, yes, we might have the best product, but you need a great marketing team. And we're not talking about a great marketing here, we're talking about a great partner who is already in markets, be it with our product or other products. What we have is good, and they will make it better. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, and I got to say, one thing I've always said to a lot of our small cap clients and a lot of small cap companies in the space, all companies, you don't expect them to say anything less than we're the best, we're the next technology, and we're going to be better than anybody. You have to say that because you're the CEO of the company, and CEOs of a lot of companies have to have that outlook. They have to believe. But I've always said, what makes the difference and what should make the difference in the minds of shareholders in the investment community is what I call third-party acceptance. When somebody else believes that your baby is the most beautiful baby in the world, not just you. And in this case, we have Astrium, who, again, I just have to assume, I'm not going to put words in anyone's mouth, and especially not the mouth of Astrium, but I have to assume if they're willing to put their name to your product, that they feel really good about the product. So congratulations that you got that done. And as hard as I try to push, we're looking forward to seeing what kind of developments are going to happen in the next 2-3 months. Let me get to a couple more questions here. When things do start to happen, now maybe we don't know, it could be 2 months from now, it could be 10 months from now, but when it starts to happen, things start to roll. Astrium's a big company, and as much as they leverage technology and they probably love you, no matter what, they have to look out for their best interests as well. So what kind of a profit sharing structure do you have for the revenue they do bring in? Because naturally you expect big corporations to take a bigger chunk of the pie because they bring a lot to the table when it comes to execution. So can you talk to us at all about the profit sharing structure, the technology structure, and things like that?
Basically, no, I won't talk to you about the profit sharing structure or technology structure. Yes, we have the product, we have the patent, we have the air piece absolutely developed, so also the ground. But the infrastructure required for the ground stations, everything will be looked at by Astrium. Obviously, being our big brothers, we're going to also look at anything else they can bring in that will enhance our product for the market. Now, you asked me for profits sharing. I always believe everything, if you have the greatest technology, if, as you said, every CEO will say, I believe that we have. And on top of it, they realize that we have a good technology, and it's going to be a two-way street. I wouldn't have a partner unless it was a two-way street.
Right.
So coming back to your figure, asking to details of profit sharing, it will be fair to both the companies, and believe you, I'm sure Star is going to make a good chunk out of it as well.
All right. Well, that's good to know. And I have to ask because I think these are the kind of questions shareholders really want to know. You know, if they're sitting in my chair here, they really want to. They may not want inside information, or sometimes they do, but they may not want inside information, but they really want to know the details of how this.
One word for the shareholders: please bear with us. You sort of stayed with us for such a long period. Trust us, and you will see. We will make sure your interest is always protected.
Yes. Yeah. And I have to assume you're closer to the end than you are at the beginning of the race, because when you get to this point, it's a matter of execution now.
Let's put it this way: we have revamped our offices. We are hiring new staff. We have hired we're starting up a proper marketing department, and you read into it what you want to.
All right. Well, that tells me that you're planning for the future, and that's always better than just trying to keep the lights on, which, especially in this environment, you know, it's been hard for small cap companies to raise money and to be able to strike partnerships when companies are, in fact, trying to make themselves more efficient. So that speaks volumes when in this kind of environment of the last, because Astrium, again, I'm going to assume, didn't just happen overnight. It's probably been a conversation that's taken place for a long time.
8 months.
All right. So 8 months ago, the markets were probably a lot more precarious than they were today. So the fact that Astrium was still willing to move ahead with new initiatives is probably a great idea. Let me get on to a subject. Given a subject that's important to me, given the current environment for oil prices, how much of the purchase decision today, and this goes back to what I said a couple minutes ago, how companies are looking to tighten their belts, get efficient, and get more efficient, how much of the purchase decision, the decision to go with your technology, are airlines putting into the fuel efficiency side?